Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be going through my Kindle and just showing you all, or telling you all the books that I have downloaded on my Kindle. I don't know why. I saw Jamie's Library do this video, this was a little bit ago now, I think, and I just thought it was a fun idea, a cool concept, so I thought, why not do it too? So I'm just gonna go through my Kindle library and expose all of the really interesting books I have downloaded on my Kindle. Before I get into that, I'm just gonna say a little bit about my Kindle. I have the Kindle Paperwhite. I believe it's in white. I will link it down below and I'll put like a screenshot of the one I actually have here as well, because I don't know exactly which one I have, but this is the Kindle I have. I have a bunch of stickers all over the back. Most of them are Calloway Sisters series stickers, so I'll link the stickers down below as well because they're just everything. I honestly don't really use my Kindle that often. I do prefer reading a physical book, paperback book. I don't find that this gives me the same experience as reading a paperback does. I don't know why, because I know a lot of people really do love using their Kindle and using their Kindle over paperback books. I'm not one of those people. Originally I got a Kindle because I get sent ebooks sometimes. At the time I got this, I was getting a bunch of books on NetGalley, which I don't really use NetGalley anymore, but when I did, it was nice to have my Kindle to read it on versus my phone. But honestly, I don't remember the last time I turned this thing on. So it could be dead for all I know right now. I also don't have Kindle Unlimited. I had a free trial of Kindle Unlimited 1 month and I honestly read one book on it. I don't have Kindle Unlimited personally, so I can't speak about that. A lot of the books I have downloaded on my Kindle I have gotten for free, and I'll just explain quickly how I get them. Like I said, I get sent books from authors and stuff on my Kindle. So that's one way I have some Kindle books, but something I recently discovered, a way anyone can get free ebooks if you want free ebooks. This is completely legal. Sign up for authors newsletters, and they're so often like they'll have like a free ebook, or like will tell you when their ebook on Amazon is free, or they'll send you a link to like download a free ebook. A lot of times it'll be like the first book in a series to like kind of get you hooked on the series and wanting to read the rest of the books in the series. That is a really great way to get free ebooks. There's also like groups that you can get them sent through. I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're like groups sort of that you can get ebooks through. So there's like the Billionaire Book Boyfriend Club or something with like, they have billionaire books about billionaire guys and things like that. I will link some down below where you can join. There's like a spicy one too. I don't know. I'll go down below if you want to join some like newsletters where you can get free ebooks from. I'll link those down below to try to make it easier for you. Okay, with all of that out of the way, without further ado, let's power this Kindle on and see what I have on here. I'm going to go through these in alphabetical order. The first one I have on my Kindle here is Beauty and the Quarterback by Ava Woods. This cover is so cringy. I hate this cover so much, but I read this. I actually enjoyed this. It's single dad, kind of enemies to lovers. I think they knew each other when they were in high school, if I'm remembering correctly, and then they see each other again years later. I do remember liking this one though. Next one is another one I read, On It by Jody Slaughter. I don't know if it's Slaughter, that sounds like really violent. Slater? The representation in this book was what really sold this book for me. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. The main character was a black woman, plus size. She had pretty severe anxiety, and then the love interest had like PTSD, and it was very like therapy positive, which I love to see, and the romance is really cute too. I really enjoyed this. The Billionaire's Fake Wife by Elle Steele. I haven't read this one. I'm assuming is a billionaire romance with marriage of convenience trope. Binding Rose by Ivy Fox. This I have read. This is a reverse harem. It was my first reverse harem and I found it like entertaining, which is why I enjoyed it, I guess. Like not necessarily like quality literature or anything like that, or even a good romance story. It really wasn't, but it was like entertaining and I thought it was funny. So yeah, if you're looking for that like mafia reverse harem, it's entertaining. Next I have By the Book by Jasmine Guillory. This I have read. This was really boring, honestly. This one is like One of Us is Famous. He was a child star and now he's writing a memoir and she's like his editor or whatever, and she goes to help him write this book, basically. It's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, very loose. It's from Disney Books, so it's like a clean romance, but I personally just found it super boring. Carter by Daniela Brodsky. Could not tell you a single thing about this. I have no idea. Cross-Checked Hearts by Callie Mel. I think is how you say that. This is a hockey romance. I believe it's brother's best friend, I think. I haven't read this, so I don't really know. I do actually want to read that one though. This one is kind of high up on my TBR as far as my Kindle goes if I ever actually read anything on this thing. Drop Dead Queen by J.L. Beck. Was this the second book in the series or the first one? I can't remember this. No, this is the second book in the King of Corium series, which is I also have on here. I didn't finish this one. I hated King of Corium, but I was like, you know what? Just try Drop Dead Queen anyways. And it ended up being worse. So, Death Wish by Kay Webster. This is the sequel and a duet. The first one is Triple Threat, which I also have on my Kindle. Since it's in alphabetical order, it's not in order of series. I really, really loved Triple Threat. I thought it was so good. It was like such a unique concept and I thought it was so fun. The sequel didn't do it for me though. It didn't go in the direction I wanted it to go in, I think, was my main issue with it, I guess. I don't know. The sequel just wasn't for me, unfortunately. The first one though, I loved. Changing the Play by Kaylee Loring. This was a very unmemorable football romance. I think he's a quarterback. I've read this, obviously. I don't remember anything about it. Devil You Know by Veronica Eden. This is one I have read. Brother's best friend. Childhood friends to lovers, sort of, because they all kind of grew up together. College romance. He kind of starts to teach her how to have sex. And it's kind of fun. I liked it. It was cute. Give Me More. Oh. This is the bonus epilogue for Give Me More. I have the bonus epilogue for Give Me More by Sarah Kate. I also have Give Me More on here. I thought. Oh wait, no, I wrote that one on Kindle Unlimited. I read Give Me More on Kindle Unlimited. That was the one book I read on Kindle Unlimited. So I don't have it on my Kindle anymore. But I have the bonus epilogue. Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. This was okay. It was okay. Good Girl Complex was one of the ones I got from NetGalley. This is small town, rich girl, not poor guy, like poorer, I guess, guy. Bad boy, good girl. It was okay. I don't know. The sequel though, I hated. H is for Hawk by Natasha L. Black. This is part of a series called, what is it called? Something Alphabet. Something with alphabet in the title. I really should have known from the title of the book, the title of the series, and the cover that this was going to be horrible. And, well, it was. I did not read the whole thing. Ignited by S.E. Rose. I've read this. I feel like it was a firefighter romance, but honestly, I don't remember. The next one is Influencer by Brittany Hennessy. This I have from Prime Reading. So, Prime Reading, I actually recently discovered what that was. It's sort of like Kindle Unlimited in a way, except it just comes with your Prime subscription, and there are not very many books on there, but there are some. If you already have a Prime subscription, check out the books that are on Prime Reading because there are some. This I've read, and I don't know, it did what it wanted to do. Just a Kiss by Samantha Lind. This was a novella, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I've read this. Pretty unmemorable. I would also just like to say that none of the covers, or like there's not very many of the covers are actually showing up on my Kindle. Most of them are just like blank, because some of these are arcs and stuff, so their covers don't come through, or like when you get them on from Book Funnel, I feel like the covers don't come through or something. I don't really remember. Anyways, some of these covers could be so bad and I don't even know what they look like, and so I could be showing some really weird looking cover here and have no idea. Next is Just One Favor by Stephanie Rose, and I have no idea. I got that one for free, I think. King of Corium, kind of already touched on that, so we'll just blow past it. Next is Kiss Away Your Pain by Debbie CROMACK. I read the first book in this series. I enjoyed it. This one I have not gotten around to reading yet, though. Next, A Layer of Love by Kelly Collins. Read this one. This was okay, I guess, but like I found it kind of boring and I didn't connect to the characters at all. This is a single parent, single dad, and a single mom. And then it's a bit of enemies, sort of, not super enemies, to friends, to lovers. Next is Lust by, I can't read the author's name because the red banner is right in front of it. I'm pretty sure I read this whole thing, but I could not tell you a single thing about this. Mafia Vows. I'm assuming this is a mafia romance. I haven't read it, considering it's called Mafia Vows. I would have to say it's a mafia romance. Meet Me in the Margins. This one was pretty boring. I didn't feel the connection between the love interests whatsoever. No emotional connection. Nothing. No connection. This is a clean romance though, so I mean, if you want a no spice romance, this is one, but I wouldn't recommend it. Doctor of the Heart by Grace Maxwell. I read part of this book. I don't remember how far I got through it because I just mark it as read if I DNF it. I don't think I made it very far through because this was really bad. He's a heart surgeon or something. I don't know. He's a doctor of the heart, obviously. I don't really remember anything about it, but the writing was just not good whatsoever. And I think the plot line, like what was going on in the story, was really stupid too, if I remember correctly. I think they fucked in a club, like in just like the corner. Like they didn't even go into the bathroom. I think that was this book, right? I think so. It was like weird. Like, at least go into the bathroom, man. Most Eligible Billionaire by Anika Martin. This is a billionaire romance, obviously. I think this is one of the ones that I got from the Billionaire Book Club. I haven't read it. Never Look Back by A.L. Jackson. This is the third book in a series. I liked the first one, didn't like the second one. Hoping this one is better. Notes on Love by Nat Spencer. Haven't read it, don't know what it's about. Nothing Feels Better by Britt Benson. I really, really love this book. I gave this one like a 4.5. At first I was gonna DNF. Like I was not enjoying this book at all, and I was just, no, I was gonna DNF, and I decided to push through, and I'm so glad I did because I absolutely loved this book. It was very cute. Single mom, romance, and I have the Nothing Feels Better extended epilogue. I really need to read the rest of that series because it was so good. The Nephenamine Girls. I don't know why none of the covers are showing up. Even if I tapped on it, I don't think it shows up. Oh, because I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. That's why. I switched to the Kindle app on my iPad because I realized that my Kindle was not connected to the internet, which was part of the reason none of the covers were showing up. But also, all of the books I've downloaded since my Kindle has not been connected to the internet, which was when I got a new internet, which was like 3 months ago, are just not on my Kindle. So we're gonna go through it on my iPad now, and we're gonna start at the beginning, and I'll just skip all the ones I already talked about. There are so many more on here than what were on there, and it's all making sense to me now. The Awakening of Ivy Leavold by Sierra Simone. I kind of like this cover. Even though there's a real person on it, it's kind of pretty. I didn't like most of the Priest series except for Saint. I also didn't like the weird Christmas novella, step-sibling novella that I read by Sierra Simone. I did, however, like the Christmas book she wrote with Julie Murphy. So we'll see how I feel about this one when I read it. Bastards, wait, is it called Bastards and Whiskey? Bastards and Whiskey by Alta Hensel. Bastards and Whiskey. Okay, cool. Beauty and the Lumberjacks. I'm glad I switched to my iPad. This one I'm assuming is a reverse harem. The two guys in the back look really scary, but the middle guy looks kind of hot. Hard and Dirty, is that the series? Well, I definitely have some interesting things. These are the ones I got for free. This is what you would get if you signed up for those newsletters. Before he was her headmaster. Oh god. The before makes me feel like they hook up and then she finds out he's like the headmaster at her school. I hope it's like headmaster at her college and not headmaster at her like some boarding school, high school, because that would be giving Ezria vibes, and we're not here for that. Oh, so this one is another one I found on Prime Reading. The Best Friend Bargain by Crystal Caswell. I actually have a physical copy of one of the other books in this like series, I think. I think it's a series. It's definitely by the same author. I haven't read either of these yet, but that's something I got on Prime Reading. The Billionaire Book Boyfriend 2022 to 2023 collection. I think that's just like a collection of like short stories, like an anthology thing by a bunch of different authors, one of which is Sarah Kate, so that's kind of cool. So it's like the Billionaire Book Boyfriend is one of the newsletter things I'm signed up for, and then they have like an anthology that they release every year or something, I think. Something like that, and then you can download it for free. Bitter Vow, Ways to Win Back Your Lover bonus chapter. I love this book. I haven't read the bonus chapter yet though, so I definitely need to do that. I have the sample of Charming Like Us on here. I don't really know why, because I'm not even anywhere near that book in the series. Dark Mafia Prince. So let's get this cover. Oh. Well, I've seen worse. Dark Mafia Prince by Anika Mart. Wait, it's probably Martin. There's a check mark in the way. Debt by Charlotte Bird. Okay, listen. I hate men on covers, but like he's kind of hot. This title is giving me like she owes him money or something, and instead of paying him back, she fake dates him and pretends to be his girlfriend to like his billionaire events. That's what this is giving me. Devil's Lair by Anna Zars. This is Molotov Obsession, book 1. There's no cover, so I have nothing to judge this one on. The Dirty Duet by Laura Lynn Page. I feel like I read something by Laura Lynn Page once and didn't like it. Dressing Mr. Dalton by Charlotte Bird. Dressing Mr. Dalton. What the fuck? Hello. Welcome back, friends. You may not have known we went anywhere, but I had several technical difficulties. Epic by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. This is the novella in the Him series. I love the Him series so much. The novella was cute. Making It with the Enemy by Nadia Lee. That is a cover. Filthy Rich Romance. That's another one of the newsletters that I'm signed up for. And I have the 2023 collection anthology on here. So I don't recognize most of the names on here, except for Kennedy Ryan. Fraternity Madam by Alexia Pearl. This is a Prime Reading one. It says from straight A's to G's. Gigolos. I couldn't tell you why I decided to download that one on Prime Reading, but I did. So yeah, I kind of want to read it now though, just for curiosity's sake. That's probably why I downloaded it. Garnished with a Candy Cane, a Christmas novella. This was a Prime Reading one I was gonna read, but then I didn't, so I'll probably just get rid of that. Give Me More by Sarah Kate. I thought I read this on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm not really sure why this is still here. Gravity by Sarah Kate. There's no cover for this, so I don't know what that's about. Happenstance by Tessa Bailey. Reverse Harem. I love Tessa Bailey, but this one was questionable. Hard Times by Charles Dickens. I feel like maybe, was that free? Because I think I bought a physical copy of that. I have to read that one for school. Maybe I didn't buy a physical copy and that's why I have it on here. The Holiday Season. This is a Christmas anthology. Katie Robert wrote in it. Oh, and Melanie Harlow, Serena Bowen, V. Keeland, and Penelope Ward. Those are some pretty popular authors there. Hot as Fuck Romance 2023 collection. This is another anthology. Indigo Ridge. This is the first book in the Eden series. It's on Prime Reading, so I downloaded it. I've been wanting to read the series for a while, and when I saw it was on Prime Reading, I thought, might as well download it. Little Lies by H. Hunting, which I think is Helena Hunting. This is another one that I downloaded from Prime Reading, so maybe one day I'll get to it. Love on the Slopes, a holiday romance anthology. Loved You Once by Claudia Bergoa. Maybe It's You, also by Claudia Bergoa. I don't know what that's about. A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, this is also on Prime Reading. I do have a physical copy of it, but I downloaded it on here too, so that maybe I'll start it one day. I have The Sample of Misfit by Elle Kennedy. This is the first book in the Prep series. I actually have a physical copy of it and I wanted to start it, but I wasn't at home, so I started reading it on my phone. So I downloaded the sample to start reading it, and then I never continued reading it. So it is on my TBR this month though. I was actually really enjoying it, but then I got caught up in other books. So I do want to go back to it this month. The Mistake by Elle Kennedy, this was another sample. I just downloaded it because I wasn't at home, but I was wanting to start this book. So I just downloaded the sample. Life hack, okay? There you go. Another Claudia Bergoa, I have no idea if I'm saying that right. My Favorite Night. Those covers are not nice. Dear Simone, My Present This Year. This I've read. Do I regret reading it? Deeply. This is a step-sibling kind of, I don't want to call it a romance because it's not really a romance because they just kind of hook up. That's all. She calls his penis an organ several times, so that was weird. On New Orleans Rush by Kelly Siskind. It's a bonus chapter. Why did I download that? I haven't even read it. Maybe I didn't realize it was a bonus chapter. Let's move along from that. Once Upon a Time by Blair Babylon. Oh my god, that cover. That has got to be one of the worst covers I've ever seen. Out of Bounds by Julia Connor. Another questionable cover. The Patron by Vivian Wood. There You Need is a novella about two of the characters in The Devil You Know, which I've already talked about in this video. It wasn't very good. I wouldn't recommend spending your time reading that novella. Praise by Sarah Kate, I haven't read yet. I downloaded it because I could get it for free. It was like on sale for free or something on Amazon. And so I got it because I've been desperate to read the rest of the series, but I haven't gone into it yet. However, they're now coming out with like discreet covers. Well, it's being published, so like traditionally, and so they're coming up with discreet covers, and I'll definitely be purchasing them, so I might just wait till that. I don't know. Pretty Reckless by, what is this, LJ Shen. This is Prime Reading. I think this one was on my TBR like when I first started reading, but then I kind of started reading other stuff and never got to these. I think this is part of a series. I don't really know. I thought it was hockey romance, but the guy on the cover is not giving me hockey romance, so maybe it's not. Reputation by Lex Crocher. This is a historical romance. I read this, didn't like it. It was very boring. Resting Scrooge Face by Megan Quinn. This one was also on Prime Reading, and I downloaded this to read at Christmas time, and then I never did. Room Hate by Penelope Ward. This was on my TBR so long ago, and I never kind of forgot about it. But then I got on Penelope Ward's newsletter, and then I was able to download this book for free. So I'm very excited to read this one now. Royal Rebel by Vivian Wood. Don't know anything about that, but I feel like he is royalty. Running Back to You by Emily McIntyre. This was a novella, Christmas novella. I love Emily McIntyre. I will read anything she writes. So obviously had to read this. It was okay. It was cute. It was way better than Sierra Simone's novella, so that's all I have to say. Useless Princess by Rachel Van Dyken. This is the author who wrote Godparent Trap, which I really liked, so I do want to read this one eventually. Say It's Forever by Elle Jackson. I didn't like this one. I didn't finish it. I did like the first book in the series, but this one felt the same, but worse. The Scottish Billionaire by Vivian Wood. The Secret by Max Monroe. I don't like that guy on the cover. Please stop looking at me. Shattered Desires by Victoria Ellis. This I read. This is a rock star romance. The girl is the rock star and it's childhood friends to lovers, I think. She Has a Broken Thing Where Her Heart Should Be by J.D. Barker. Write a Love Letter by Jackson Pierce. I actually started reading this and then I never finished it. It sounded kind of interesting though. 10 Dirty Demands. Why? This is Christmas because there's a Santa hat. It's by Lauren Lynn Page. I don't know if I said that. Probably another one I downloaded to read at Christmas time and did not read. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Loved that book. I got an arc of it. Then I also got an advanced physical copy and I just read the physical copy of it. The Tie That Binds by Katharina Mara. Have not read that. Another bad cover. Oh my god. Great, now my phone is dying. Will I ever get through this? A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time, and I found it on Prime Reading, so I downloaded it. Will I get to it? I don't know. Triple Threat I kind of touched on earlier. I have the bonus scene of Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Love. Is there not a bonus scene for Twisted Lies? Guess not. And then I also have the arc of Twisted Hate on here as well. I ended up buying the physical copy of it after because I wanted them all to match. Twisted Rock by Jill Sanders. Oh, we're almost done. I literally have no idea what that is. Until Next Time by Claudia Bergoa. What is with me and this Claudia Bergoa person? We have so many of her. I've never even heard of her. Up in Smoke. The Villain's Captive by Billa J. Nope, that says Bella. Billa? What the fuck kind of name is Billa? I really don't like looking at that guy in the cover. I don't know what it is about him, but he's kind of creepy. Watch Me by Stacey Kennedy. Whatever It Takes by Kristen Becca Ritchie. This was just a sample. I don't really remember why I downloaded it because I read the bad reputation to it, but I downloaded the sample for some reason. Wild Child by Audrey Carlin. Worth Every Second by Jocelyn Soto. This one I've read. This I actually pretty liked. I pretty liked it. I liked this book. College Romance, College Football Romance. Worth the Chase by J.D. Hollyfield. I remember not being able to get through this because it was really bad. The guy, oh I remember. The guy was like, supposed to be this playboy, like did not want to be in like a serious relationship, like very against serious relationships, right? He meets this girl, instantly in love with her, like literally instantly, after like denouncing relationships for so long. Like that is so unrealistic and just genuinely stupid. Last two. 5 Tricks to Seducing Your Enemy by Kelly Siskin. This is in novella, which is part of the series, the Bower Boys series, I believe, which I actually have not read yet. I didn't even know there was this little prequel novella thing, so I'm gonna have to read that. And then 10 Signs You Need to Grovel bonus chapter. I just finished reading this recently and I loved it. Haven't read the bonus chapter yet though, but I love the series. I definitely recommend reading the Bower Boys series. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe if you're not already. Follow all my social medias. They will be linked down below. It's Ash Taylor on everything. TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Pinterest, everything. Those are all linked down below. You can also join my book club on Fable. We are starting a new book tomorrow, so I don't know what we're going to be reading, but I think it's going to be The Do-Over by Lynn Painter in time for Valentine's Day. So make sure you join if you want to read along with me and the rest of the club. We have a good time on there. It's free to join also. I don't know if I ever say that, but 100% free. And I guess that's it. I'll see you in my next video.